Everybody.
Yeah. Ow!
Off to a good start.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Iron Post, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. It's a pleasure for us to be here. Can we get a round of applause for yourselves for being here? Congratulations, good work. You can operate motor vehicles or at least bicycles or walk. Big hands for Mr. Andrew Forrest for putting all this on tonight. And of course for Mr. Drift Roberts for being your MC tonight. Let's call it MC. I like that Drift has that kind of Bieber flip to his hair. Toss it like Bieber, it's very sexy. My name is David Sharp. With me on the guitar is Mr. Michael Suicide Watch Garvin. We call him Suicide Watch because if you watch him long enough, he will mix up his sodas. A little cola, a little Mountain Dew together.
True, it's awesome. It's so awesome.
It is disgusting. It is gross. Michael and I, we are stand-up comedians. During the day, however, we are also advertising executives, freelance advertising executives. What we like to do is find a product that we don't see a national campaign for, and we take it upon ourselves to create a campaign for this product. Only products we believe wholeheartedly in. Which is why, when we realized that the fine Seagram's family does not have an ad campaign for Seagram's 7 Canadian whiskey, Michael and I took it upon ourselves to create that campaign. The title of our campaign is I'm an Alcoholic, thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 Fine Canadian Whiskey. I know what my femur looks like, thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 Canadian Whiskey.
I was deeply affected by the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7's whiskey.
I'm down to 7 fingers, thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 Fine Canadian Whiskey.
I tracked down my high school sweetheart on Facebook and ended up blasting Peter Gabriel from a boombox outside of what turned out to be her 5-year-old daughter's bedroom window. All thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 whiskey.
I had a fatwa placed on my head by the Shah of Iran, thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 Fine Canadian Whiskey.
I honestly have no memory of 9/11. Really, I just don't. If you mention it, I don't know what that means. Thanks to the smooth taste of Seagram's 7 whiskey.
That's all well and good, Michael, but on a different take, there are 2 things that I know to be true in this world. Not that many things, but there are 2 things I can say are true. One,
Keep going.
you're struggling with this microphone a little bit.
I'm just learning. It didn't come with a manual, David.
One thing I know is that Hydrox cookies are not the same thing as Oreo cookies. And Oreo cookies are not the same thing as self-love. You cannot eat enough cookies.
2 things I know, David. LeBron James must suck at basketball.
Obviously.
And Justin Bieber waxed his first pube.
2 things I know got me through prison. 1, the spiritual teachings of the Tao Te Ching. 2, Puddin' Cup Fridays. I know what you're thinking. That must be a euphemism for something horrible that happens in prison, right? No, I just like pudding. It's good pudding in prison, it is.
2 things I know, David. Belts are great for keeping your pants up, and also from keeping your kids from spilling ice cream in your car ever again.
2 things I know, Michael. A man should not eat anything that he did not grow or kill with his own 2 hands. And 2, I have eaten nothing but radishes and hobo for this last 2 weeks.
That's a fibrous diet.
2 things I know, David. Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yes.
And also the reason I feel guilty every time I masturbate.
Now, Mike and I, we're both big fans of the movie True Grit. I actually haven't seen it, but it's more the idea of the movie. I like the idea of the, Old West outlaws. It makes me kind of want to do like a Sam Elliott voice. Even though he's not in that movie, it just makes me want to talk like that.
Makes me want to talk like his crazy sidekick. So, that's just something I want to do.
Now, Michael and I, we look like fine, young, respectable gentlemen, obviously. However, what you may not realize is that under the influence of True Grit, Michael and I have started becoming rebels. Started playing by our own rules. For example, on the way here, we were riding on our steel horse on that asphalt range. And that speed limit said 55 miles an hour, but we, being the rebels that we are, we drove 63 miles an hour, because we are outlaws! Yeah! That's right.
The other day, David, I read 5 articles out of the newest Rolling Stone magazine out of Barnes & Noble. With no intention of buying it, because I'm an outlaw!
I was in the grocery store the other day walking to the bulk candy aisle, and though there was a sign prominently displayed, "Do not sample the candy,"
What the fuck did you do?
I opened up that tin of cinnamon bears, reached my hand in, took one out, and I bit it! It was gross. Don't ever eat cinnamon bears. They're terrible. But the point here is that I'm an outlaw!
I once cat sit for a friend of mine, and he gave me a key to his house, and I borrowed a bunch of DVDs from him without saying so, because I'm an outlaw.
Was one of those DVDs adaptation?
Maybe.
Is that friend me?
I have other friends with cats.
Can I have that movie back? It's got that one scene with Judy Greer topless, and I would really like to have that back. That is important to me.
Can I have it one more week?
One more week.
Because I'm an outlaw!
One time I was reading a Choose Your Own Adventure,
Oh shit.
and I was climbing up a mountain, and the book said, if you want to continue climbing up the mountain, turn to page 54. If you want to examine the cave, turn to page 67. Well, I'll tell you what I did. I turned to page 54 and I read what happened. I turned to page 67 and I read what happened, and I chose to do what I preferred because I am an outlaw, y'all. All right, so, anybody here from out of town? Woo, a little bit. Where are you from? Charleston? That's the high school. The mascot is the leprechauns, right? Koala bears? Child molesters. I don't know, maybe. Is it Charleston? Do you know Charleston?
Charleston, I thought it was a Cabbage Patch Kid that was the mascot.
Yeah,
Right?
Cabbage Patch Kids.
No, that's not right.
But that's where Hitler was born, right?
I think we're talking about the same place. No, Hitler had a summer home.
not where
there.
Hitler
He had a
was
summer
born.
home there.
That's where he met Eva Braun. Something with Hitler. No.
Maybe we don't know Charleston. Anyone else?
Anyone else from somewhere out of town area? I heard a clap. A singular clap. Somewhere else. Yes, ma'am. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
From Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Oh, that's where they have the Liberty Bell. Yes, it is, she says. Sure is. Let's just agree with the premise.
Liberty Bell.
That's a different Liberty Bell.
And the Dead Sea Scrolls, right?
Dead Sea Scrolls for Brooklyn.
They're there.
And there's that one statue of Davy Crockett riding the unicorn with the kind of big-titted Amazon, like right behind him.
Large-chested lady behind Davy Crockett.
Yes. Okay, all right. We're thinking of the right place. That's Brooklyn.
No, we got the same place.
Yeah, that's the same place, basically.
We travel a lot.